Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Mondays with Mason. Happy MLK Day to all those who celebrate. I'm Mason's pesky, your host. So let's discuss just a couple quick things with everybody. Today's episode, I think I discussed this by now, but today I'm going to take a look at officiating in football, because I know that's been a big hot topic this year for sure. Definitely a lot of interesting moments here with officiating in the NFL, or not the NFL and college football as a whole this year. So I just figured I would discuss it and discuss my opinions on officiating and where it's at right now. So without further ado, here we go. So obviously, we all know officiating hasn't been the best this year, but we have to ask the question, has officiating ever been the best? In college football this year, it was average, but in the pros, it's been much worse. As you guys all know, a couple of weeks ago, and I hate to harp on this because Dallas got eliminated yesterday and Detroit won, so really I shouldn't be harping on this, but I had planned this episode a long time ago, and that's why I wanted to discuss this. Obviously, we all know by now what happened at the end of the Detroit-Dallas game. There was video evidence of Detroit Lions lineman, I think it's Dan Skipper, who they said was supposed to report, who did report as eligible, and Taylor Decker, who didn't report as eligible. Detroit went for two. Goff threw the ball to Decker, caught it for the 2-point conversion, gave Detroit the lead. It was called back, though, because officiating decided to throw a flag like a minute later and just say there's a flag because he didn't report. There's clear, I think, evidence of the referee, Brad Allen, walking away from Decker as he intends to report, and Skipper says, I said nothing. Or one of the guys says, I said nothing. Maybe I have this backwards. I don't know. I'm sorry if I do. I'm a Lions fan, so yeah. So, the referees, I think, obviously try to do their job the right way. Last night during the game, there were several times where they just went against Detroit. Almost every flag, it felt like, was against Detroit, and it was going against them. However, the referees last night surprisingly gave Detroit a little pass. When Cam Sutton grabbed, I think it was Puka Nakuda's jersey, and the refs didn't call it, which would have set the Rams up in field goal range. That there was a major factor. Same with the 2-point conversion stuff. Referees can't get everything. We understand it. But some of the things they are getting is ridiculous. And I mean, we even look back to the fiasco in New Orleans, when there was a clear pass interference. We all knew there was a clear pass interference. The refs didn't call it. And the game went to overtime where the Rams beat the Saints to go to the Super Bowl, where they lost to the Patriots. But when you look at it, referees do truly change the game, I feel like. However, the solutions the NFL has are a little bit weird. In 2019, the season after this, they let coaches challenge pass interferences calls. That was eliminated, I think, within one season because nobody did it. There's no way the league can really solve this except for better training. And even with that, a lot of this is judgment calls. Like, if a player touches a jersey like this, then you could possibly make the judgment call that's not severe enough to call a hold. And I probably wouldn't have either. However, if a player is tugging like this on a shirt, you have to call a hold. But somewhat, like when you get these hard hits and all that, some of these calls are so soft And we can all admit the NFL is softer now than it's ever been. And I understand it's all to prevent injuries. However, a lot of these plays don't even end up in injuries. And the ones that do end up in injuries, like really bad ones, there's no penalty. So yeah, you can't like hold somebody down to the ground and try to hurt them. That's inappropriate. That's a flag. However, just one hard hit and the player's able to get back up on their own power perfectly fine and stay in the game. That unless that's like a holding or a roughing, that shouldn't be flagged. I mean, a lot of times like flags and stuff too, they even hold up the game. And a lot of it's unnecessary. So, that's all I have to say. I mean, I think officiating is worse than it's ever been. However, I don't think there's any solutions to it. There's always going to be this controversy. I think we just need... The only solution, I think, is there should be coaches' challenges for penalties. That's the best solution, I think. And that's probably the only one. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next Monday. I'll have to think about a topic then. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy the week. Stay warm. Pray for Israel. And as always, peace. See you guys next week.